we are talking about how you can manifest instantly and how you can actually shift into totally different timelines. So if you're trying to manifest your wildest dreams, whatever it is, and it's not happening and you are wondering what is going on, this video is for you. So as you know, we don't manifest based on what we want. We manifest based on who we are, based on the frequency that we embody. The frequency that you embody in this moment is actually manifesting your outcome in 3D physical reality. And that frequency that you embody right now is a result of the identity that right now in this moment you embody. Meaning, who do you think you are? What you are capable of? The way you think, the way you feel, and the way you act creates that identity persona in this body right now that is actually creating that physical reality. We always manifest based on this identity. Now, in order to shift into a totally different timeline, what we need to do is to change this identity. It starts with changing who you are first, changing the way you think, the way you feel, and the way you act. And it starts with deciding. You have to decide that you are no longer that person and you are shifting into different persona, into different identity, the identity who is already experiencing that life of your dreams. This is the key. Now, we do that by changing the frequency first. Why? Because if you understand that the physical reality that you perceive with your senses is not what you think it is, then it's going to be easier for you to detach from this current persona and become someone else. What do you mean by that? Your body is made of atoms. Is made of atoms. And these atoms you have like 7 billion atoms in your body. And these atoms are made of 99.99999 empty space. Think about it. Everything around you that you perceive is not solid. Yes, it appears solid, but it's not. In reality, it's not. Because everything you perceive around you is made of atoms. And these atoms are 99.9999% empty space. So what is in this empty space? What is actually in this empty space? Well, some people call it void. Other people call it field. Other people call it God, consciousness, and so on. This is actually connecting that empty space. That's why you experience telepathic connection with other people or psychic abilities, because you can literally tap into that field. That field is connecting every one of us. It's the glue. It's also called love, divine intelligence, loving intelligence, and so on. You are not this body. The truth is that you are not this persona. The truth is that you are 99.9999% empty space. You are the field. You are the source. You are the love. You are consciousness. That's the truth. And that being said, you can change by decision what you want to experience in this 3D physical reality when you shift the frequency. Now, what is the frequency? What is the frequency? Frequency is actually the rate at which you vibrate. The rate at which you vibrate. As you raise your frequency from slow frequency to high frequency, you go up, you vibrate at a higher rate, you are closer to source, because the source ultimately is the highest frequency. As you lower the frequency, you go more into the density, which is the physical reality, slowest form of frequency. So for you to instantly shift into different timeline is to become aware of that option. A, you become aware there is a possibility of me shifting into totally different timeline. I become aware that I can do that. Number two, I decide that I'm shifting into different timeline. I decide that I'm shifting into different timeline. And number three, I change the frequency. Now, we don't change the frequency in beta state. What do you mean by that? Right now, as you are perceiving and you're watching this video, you are operating on the beta state. Your brain waves are most likely in beta state. If you are super analytical, it might be high beta state. In order for you to change that frequency, the easiest way is to actually go to alpha or theta state. Theta state is the state where you are actually open to suggestion, and you can start playing with the subconscious mind, because the subconscious mind is creating 95% of your reality. So to change the subconscious mind, we are going to go into the theta state, and in the theta state, we are going to change the frequency. We're going to access different frequency. And we do that through either auto-suggestion. That's why the affirmation, if you are using your own affirmation, you are using auto-suggestions. Those are working for some people. If you believe it's working, you can use meditation, you can use guided meditation. For some people, it is just listening to meditation music, and they are able to actually get to these states. Listening to music with certain hertz is going to help you to get there. So the idea is to adjust your brain waves to either theta or alpha and start shifting that frequency. So first is to change the brain waves, and then it's about shifting into the different frequency. So simply put, you actually are relaxed, you're listening to music, and you are visualizing that ideal life. That is when you are accessing that frequency, the frequency of your life, of the person, of that identity who is already experiencing that life in that parallel universe, the parallel reality as of now. As you become aware of that frequency, of that life that represents that new you, and you are tuning into this frequency, what is very important is to feel into it. Feel into it. Feel into it. Feeling is the secret. I keep saying this over and over again. This is from Neville Goddard. Because that feeling is the glue. Love is the glue. Love is the law, as my book says. As you are feeling into this frequency, you are drawing this new life to you. Literally, you are entering that new timeline. Feeling it is the key. If you just think about it, without feeling it, probably you won't manifest it, right? So it's so important to actually merge that thought with the feeling. So having the thoughts of your new life, you're signaling to the field that is within you. The field is within you. It's not outside of you. It's within you. You're signaling to the field who you are, what you want, who you're becoming, this new you. And then as you are feeling it in your heart, you are amplifying that frequency. You're amplifying that frequency. Then when you're done with your meditation, you're done with your practice, you start acting like that person. So the question is, who do I need to be wealthy? Who do I need to be in loving relationship? Who do I need to be to experience wealth, abundance, and freedom? How is this person thinking, feeling, behaving? What is she doing? What kind of habits is she doing every single day? What is she thinking? And as a result of that, how is she feeling? And then as a result of that, what kind of action is she taking in physical reality? If you have your own business, what kind of action would you take if you already know that you are super successful? If you know that you are happily married, would you go on a date with someone who doesn't deserve you? Would you waste your time, your energy? What kind of action would you take if fill in the blank? That's the answer. That is the aligned action that you need to take in 3D physical reality to solidify this manifestation, this new timeline for you. But if you think this new way and you feel this new way, and then you go back to that old life and you start complaining, or you start feeling lack, or you start acting like that old self, you are not in alignment with this new identity. You are not in alignment. So always check with yourself. First, it's going to start feeling difficult, but later it's going to become your norm, your new standard. And that is, my dear, how you're going to change your reality. For those who want to dig deeper, I'm actually going to give you some resources below. And also, I do have some opening for one-on-one coaching with me. There is application below in description. And of course, I welcome your comments, questions, and I will see you in my next video.